Azeroth has a problem. You know it, I know it, you can see it every day in the pale skin, the vacant expressions, the addiction with no underlying cause why, thousands just flocking to have their questions validated by strangers on the internet, a painful but overwhelmingly clear consensus. The leveling in WoW has never felt more hollow. Where are the Mancrick's wives and the salty Scorpid Venom collections of yore, they ask. Just play Classic, they'll say, but if you're going back to Classic for the leveling grind, then you may clinically qualify as a Giga Chad and probably don't need this video to be honest. When Shadowlands came out, we were given a blessing. Not the expansion itself, no, don't be silly, say it again and I'll end you, but the level squish and scaled leveling. I don't think people realize how big this was. No longer relegated to leveling zone by zone, taking every drip-fed boar butt fetch quest you were handed, you now have liberty to pick and choose whose arbitrary woes you actually care to resolve. And with that, you can finally experience the actual lore of the actual 3 wars that preceded WoW, so you can bring a tear to the eyes of the pile of dust that is me, realizing someone still remembers when ogres like Cho'Gall were smart. Have you seen what they've done with my boy? I'll show you, level by level, all the lore you could have on your journey to 70. And what better place than in the lore-dripped Quel'Thalas, in the northern peak of the Eastern Kingdoms where I and my humble companions take our first steps into Sunspire Isle, just a few short hops from Silvermoon City, the capital of the Blood Elves, nestled in the gorgeous eternal autumn of Eversong Woods, where we can see what makes these sanguine-named, pointy-eared sycophants so magical. And now introducing the companions that'll be joining me on this adventure. Ethan.
All you have to do is click on the dead guy, you get 200 XP. Why wouldn't I do that?
Aaron.
Show me your onceler.
Dale.
Okay, we're just gonna be weird then.
Phil.
Bibbidi boppity, give me the zappity.
Martha.
Wait, where is everyone?
And me, Timbertaft, or Tambler for short. And together we're Lore Runners. So anybody who's played a Blood Elf before knows of the legendary Magistrix Erona. Now the lore from Erona gets pretty thick, so pay attention. The burning crystals, the green floating objects to the west of the Sunspire here, have long been used to power the Isle's experimentations. The Mana Worms were their guardians, but the Scourge invasion of Quel'Thalas has driven them errant from our lack of magical control over them. There is little choice but to thin their numbers for reclamation. Do this, then return to me. Alright, kill some blue things.
You have been slain. Victory lies ahead.
You successfully completed a first task. For that, you are to be congratulated. Such success gives me the faith that you will turn out better than those young blood elves who fail to heed the lessons of their masters. Yes, we'll be skipping quests that don't have lore. However, sometimes there are these horse pill quests that we just have to complete to get to the good stuff. But hey, we've proven that we are good listeners, so there's that. Let me read this thing about lynxes. Your effort has made something clear. Honestly, I wish it were not true. The unchecked power of the burning crystals has maligned a much larger swath of the Isle's natural balance than I thought. We must now take on more unfortunate measures to reclaim control. The nearby lynxes have succumbed to the influence of the crystal. Bring their collars, Timtafters. I may yet be able to fashion a magical restraint to turn some back from being uncontrolled. Very good.
Ethan, are you just killing these without actually looting them?
I was gonna say, I still have 0 collars, so that's gonna be a problem for me.
Yeah, I got my collars already.
Yeah, I'm good to turn in. Bye, guys. See it. Probably should have waited for him to actually start doing this.
Okay. I mean, I'll be waiting for him anyway.
Wow, that dropped 3 collars. Oh, because it just loots everything.
Three in one area.
No pleasure to ask you to destroy these beasts while in times past we have lived in relative harmony with woodland creatures. These are different times.
Be ready for anything.
You just got gloves?
I got gloves.
I got a shirt.
Justice.
There is no justice. He got a shirt. That took care of her. Killing wildlife is about all we're going to do for Erona because we don't want to help her with her drug addict problems. Instead, we're going to go and help our good friend, Well Watcher Solanian.
Oh, I've just gotten all of these quests.
God.
I do have Shrine of Dathramar.
That is good. That's the one that matters.
That is
We
one
don't-
of them.
Solanian's belongings, though. We're not getting his.
Okay.
The Sunspire held a beautiful. All blood elves must do this. You must master your insatiable hungering for magic before it masters you.
You said we're not doing Solanian's belongings?
We are not.
Oh, it's a book. Oh, that was one of Soladabad's things.
Yeah,
Burn that book, Dale.
Yeah, you said we're not killing the trees, right?
We're not. So the Shrine of Dathramar is the last thing we're doing in Sunstrider.
Oh, so I can abandon
How
all
are we
that
doing
shit.
anything else? They won't let us leave until level 10. We might have to do some other stuff.
No, I've already tested. We can actually, once we do Shrine of Dathramar, we can hoof it out of here.
Really?
Okay, we're just gonna be weird then.
We're weirdos.
Yeah, just gonna be weird. Like, you guys want me to come pick you up on my woolly mammoth? You guys, it's a 3-seater.
Oh,
So
really?
one of us is still one.
Dathramar has his own shrine, so he must be lore relevant, right? Well, he wasn't involved in the first, second, or third wars, and therefore not the first 3 games, playing the effective role of an elven George Washington sailing the Veiled Sea after the War of the Ancients to settle his staunchly magey elves in modern-day Quel'Thalas. The main reason we did any of these quests at all in the first place was to see this shrine, and it wasn't even because of Dathramar, it's because he eventually gave birth to Anasterian Sunstrider, the god king of Quel'Thalas who helped oversee not only the Troll Wars, but also inducted the elves into the conflicts of the Second and Third Wars. That's why you had archers at all in those games. So when you see this shrine, remember to thank Dathramar for settling down, finding a nice wife, and raising a family, all the while dying of old age apparently because the record books just kind of drop off and we don't see him ever again in Azeroth.
So what happens if I killed a tree?
Kill the tree.
We don't have these trees. These are innocent trees that have done nothing
No,
wrong.
there's literally a kill quest for them. What do you mean?
Didn't kill any of the trees. We're not doing the kill
We
quest.
don't care. We believe
I got
the trees
yelled
are
at
good.
for getting this guy's book. So
That
I
guy.
speak for the trees.
Many of these trees were my friends.
we're partying with the Lorax, apparently.
Oh my god.
So I don't know how I ended up with a quest to report to Lanthan Paralanon, but I'm not doing that.
Automatic. I already reported to Lanthan.
So you've got the XP bonus. Dude, you're gonna be ahead in levels. That's not accepted.
A whole 71 XP.
Yeah, slow your roll. Tim Tafter, thank you for sharing your experience at the Shrine of Dathramar. First off, you should be... Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I probably should have called out. We're on our way out of here. So after completing the Dathramar Shrine turn-in, that is the last quest that we do in Sunstrider Isle. So if you're doing any other quests around here, you're wasting your time. There's no more lore. There's nothing cool here. Like, I don't know. There's these burning crystals, but they're not super relevant. There's this unimportant spire over here that was taken over by addicts.
Millions of people were deliberately turned into drug addicts.
Our next spot is going to be the exterior wall of Silvermoon City. So far, the only things that we have done to our names as adventurers is we've killed some poor defenseless cubs. We killed
genocide on a species of cat. Yep. Go on.
We killed some mana worms, which were like the tormented souls of mana gone awry from the crystals. I don't know. We destroyed those two. And then we looked at the monument to be inspired. And now we're leaving. So.
Yep. See you later.
Hey, you think this Silver Moon Guardian can tell us where to go?
I mean, you're welcome to flirt with her if you want. Maybe she'll give you some pointers.
How are you so slow?
He's a mage.
I was turning in that quest that you guys didn't do.
Which quest?
The quest with the dead guy on the ground.
Oh my god.
Wow.
You helped
All you
a
have
dead...
to do is click on the dead guy. You get 200 XP. Why wouldn't I do that?
It's not lore.
I don't care.
It's not lore, Ethan.
Too much. Oh, we actually get to see this. This is cool. The Rangers of Silvermoon City, such as Ranger Jayla, have their hands full ever since a little-known guy by the name of Arthas Menethil death knighted his way across the ley lines of Quel'Thalas in a literal straight line to the city walls. That's not how I remember it going in the third war I played, but who am I to question the master tacticians over at Blizzard? They probably have the speedrunning record. I barely survived the last mission. Arthas' mission was to resurrect the deceased necromancer Kel'Thuzad by bathing him in the Sunwell of Kil'Danas. It was in doing this that Arthas successfully sabotaged Dathramar's plan of sustaining his people on the magic of the Sunwell. The well, which in turn only came to be because Dathramar generated it with a vial of water from the Well of Eternity he had stolen from Illidan's Stormrage moments before being exiled from Kalimdor for refusing to forsake that little magic thing we talked about earlier. Having successfully marched the undead from the freshly minted savagery of the Scourge base of Deathholm, a foothold gained thanks to a betrayal by the manipulated former arrogant blood elf turned death knight Darkon Drathir, who had lowered the city's shields right before Arthas' arrival. Arthas then went on to slay Ranger Sylvanas and, as a cruel joke, resurrected her as a banshee thrall, cut a swath through Silvermoon City, freezing the ocean water in the process between it and the sacred home of the Sunwell on the Isle of Kil'Danas, and resurrecting the necromancer Kel'Thuzad. This was the point now where Arthas' plan was finally complete. Additionally, the ley lines across which the Scourge marched had been permanently damaged, resulting in a ceaseless scar of pestilence that runs the entire length of Eversong Woods and the Ghostlands, constantly ushering in weak undead who mindlessly but unyieldingly throw themselves at the exterior walls of Silvermoon to this day. As you can see, it's another decisive victory for the optimistic future of the Blood Elf people.
It's a fight.
Oh no, they lost!
Wasn't much of a fight.
Oh god. No. Whoa, god. Oh.
Let's help him out. Come on, what are you doing?
Gee, I'm dying here, guys.
Where's your sense of urgency?
Yo!
Oh, you are dying. Holy cow, I didn't see that.
I am dead. Everyone is dead.
Alright, I'm out of here.
I don't know what happened.
I really thought those Rangers would have that. I was not even trying at all.
Yo.
It's like, there's no way.
Did we just wipe?
I got flag killed, I think.
Fair enough.
You guys aren't ready to turn that shit in yet?
I just finished.
Oh,
We don't anticipate the Scourge letting up on their attacks anytime soon, but we still appreciate any help we get guarding the Scar. Yay, we did it!
Aileron.
Black leather vest.